Hi guys, Brett Collier here from Train with Brett Personal Training Bootcamps and Insanity Classes. Thought it was time for my next video. The video I'm going to be talking about today, or the topic I'm going to be talking about today, is health in general. Bit of a broad topic, I know, and as a personal trainer you'd probably be expecting to be talking about this topic. I've done some research over the weekend for, I'm going to be doing some research, and I've started already, for a talk I'm doing next week for a networking group that I'm a member of. And the information I found out was some of it surprising, some of it not surprising, but I thought I'd talk to you about it anyway. And I've also got an offer at the end of this video, which if you share and like this video, you'll be entitled to take advantage of. So keep watching, I'm going to keep it brief-ish, but do like and share this video and you will be up for a chance of actually entering the competition and winning, or taking part in the offer at least. So the research I've done recently is on the benefits of exercise, and I wanted to do a bit more into the specific health benefits of actually doing exercise as determined by NHS. So the NHS website, which you can visit, is www.nhs.uk, and in there they had some fairly basic information which was interesting, but they actually had some stats in there that I wasn't aware of as a personal trainer, and I wanted to share them with you. So it said on the website, and this is backed up by fact in the UK, that exercise, regular exercise, has been proven, scientifically proven, to reduce the risk of major illnesses including heart disease, stroke and diabetes and cancer by 50%. Now, that may come as a surprise to you, but I'm going to read it one more time just so you can fully take it in. Regular exercise has been proven to reduce the risk of major illnesses including heart disease, stroke, diabetes and cancer by 50%. Now, a lot of people out there will know that 1 in 3 people are affected by cancer. Now, that obviously means people that may have someone who has suffered from it and not suffered from it themselves. But whatever the risks are of developing that disease, you've got to accept that taking a 50% reduction in the chances of you getting it, they're pretty good odds. I'll take those odds. If I can reduce or increase my chance of having something good happen to me, or reduce the risk of something bad happen to me by 50%, that's got to be worthwhile. That's a three-sided coin with two sides of the coin on heads, you know, that's a good offer. It also reduces the risk of you dying early or early death by 30%. Now, what do they talk about regular exercise? Well, on the government's website they're talking about 150 minutes a week, which is about 2.5 hours if my math serves me right. But there they're talking about moderate exercises, which they talk about walking fast, water aerobics, riding a bike, playing doubles tennis or pushing a lawnmower. I'll be quite impressed if anyone can push a lawnmower for 2.5 hours in a week, but you know, you never have big gardens are, so there we go. 2.5 hours a week. And what they say is that your daily activities, your daily chores, don't count. So doing the washing up, doing the cleaning, picking the kids up from school, blah, 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 yeah, that don't count. You can't count that because that's what you're doing on a day-to-day anyway. That's just being alive. Can't count that. Got to be about moderate and higher activity. The higher activity they talk about is vigorous exercise, which you can do half as much. So you're talking 1 hour and a quarter, 75 minutes of vigorous exercise. And this is something where you're out of breath, high level, can't maintain a conversation, you know, let's call it dying. Pretty exhausting exercise, 75 minutes a week. Now the other thing they've added recently is that you should be doing muscle strengthening activities on 2 or more days a week. That use all major muscle groups. So we're talking legs, core, back, shoulders, arms, everything, right? And that's quite interesting because I hadn't seen that statistic before, and that's actually what surprised me, and that's what spurred me to make the video on. So, government guidelines, 150 minutes of moderate intensity exercise or 75 minutes of vigorous, and at least muscle strength activities on at least 2 days a week or more using all of your muscles in your body. The resistance training, they talk about the muscle strengthening stuff they mentioned. You're talking free weights, resistance bands, body weight exercises, heavy gardening, and they do emphasize heavy, or yoga, and these are the ones that were laid to hit that key figure. Now I looked at that and I thought, no, that's achievable, it's totally doable. But once I'd looked at it, I thought to myself, but I wonder how many other people out there actually know this and are doing this. So there's the question to you. Are you doing 2.5 hours of moderate activity a week? Are you doing 75 minutes of vigorous activity a week? And are you doing muscle strengthening exercises at least 2 days a week using all your muscles in your body? I'm going to put myself out on a limb here and say I reckon less than 15% of you out there are doing that. And here's why. If you don't do any activity at the moment, you know you're one of those people. If you know you don't do any resistance exercise a week, you know you're one of those people. Who I'm talking to are the people that have a gym membership, that go to a class, that do some activity a week, but the lines are blurred. The reason they're at this levels is because it reduces the risk of you developing these diseases, and you have to do that regularly for it to happen. If you go to the gym once a week, maybe twice a week, how long do you go for? Hour? Hour and a half? Maybe 2 hours. Okay, let's be optimistic and say you go to the gym for 2 hours once a week. You're going to turn up at the gym, you're going to get changed, potentially, you're going to get ready, you're going to head onto the gym floor. You're going to have to spend at least 10-15 minutes warming up. You're going to have to. That isn't moderate exercise. After arriving, getting changed, working out, you're talking half an hour. So your 2-hour gym session is already down to 90 minutes. Okay? Then you start exercising after half an hour. Now you've got to be working at such a level where you can't maintain a conversation. If you're doing vigorous, or if you're doing moderate, you need to be working at a level where you can maintain a conversation, but your heart rate's increased, you're starting to get out of breath. So how long do you do cardio for? Most people I know, as far as I'm aware, will do 30 minutes, 50 minutes, maybe an hour. Let's be optimistic and say you do an hour and 15 minutes worth of training on cardio. Great. Then you go and do your strength training. Well, we already know that strength training, unless you're doing circuit style training, isn't cardiovascular exercise. Not unless you're doing it at high levels as part of a circuit. So your cardio exercise at the moment you've logged is what, 50 minutes, maybe an hour? You haven't even got half the amount you need to do on a weekly basis if you're going to the gym once a week. Let's say you go twice a week, okay, fine, but you're still only talking an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. You still need to find that half hour from somewhere else. And that's if you're doing moderate exercise. And we haven't even got started on the muscle strength and stuff. Okay, I'm getting preachy, all right? But let's have a look at what you can get from this and why I would be getting preachy. The diseases that they talk about can be reduced through regular activity. Let's start with coronary heart disease. I lost family to coronary heart disease, and it's a killer, it's dangerous. 73,000 people died in 2013 in the UK because of it. 1 in 6 men suffer from it, and 1 in 10 women suffer from it. 2.3 million people are living with it in the UK. Now, these figures make it difficult to kind of comprehend, you know, how many people that is. The fact is, if you look at these stats, you're more than likely going to get some of these diseases at some point in your life, or someone close to you is going to as well. And it's arguable whether you would want to be suffering with it yourself or whether you wouldn't want a family member to be suffering with it. Either way, it's going to affect you. And encouraging the people around you to do exercise is one of the ways you can stop this from happening. So I'm just going to go through a few of these stats quickly. 120,000 people in the UK had a stroke in 2013. 1 million people in 2013 are living with the effects of having a stroke. 95% of cases for diabetes in the UK are type 2, which is lifestyle based, which can be prevented. Cases have doubled of type 2 diabetes over the last 20 years, and they're due to double in the next 10 years, so they're increasing. Bowel and colon cancer, who I lost my granddad to, is the second most common form of death due to cancer in the UK, and it accounts for 10% of all cancer-related deaths. Breast cancer, everyone knows the stats behind breast cancer at the moment. Osteoarthritis, I've had personal experience of seeing people being able to reverse the effects of osteoarthritis. Arthritis doesn't need to be a death sentence anymore. It doesn't need to be a lifelong thing that you think, oh, I've got arthritis and that's it. You can stop it. You can stop arthritis from happening to you. I've seen it. I've done it with clients. It's totally doable. This is the one that completely threw me and was one of the other inspirations making the video. The Royal Institute of Physicians, or the Institute of Royal Physicians, 61,000 people in 2013 had hip fractures. Now, okay, random number doesn't mean much, right? That cost in 2013 the UK economy £1.5 billion just on hip fractures. I mean, you've got TV programmes out there at the moment talking about the benefit state, and you've got UKIP jumping on everything at the moment, complaining about people coming over from Europe. £1.5 billion went on hip fractures. Where's the hip fracture TV programme that people should be throwing around out there? That's the thing that threw me. And this is something that's completely preventable. You know, it's not like we're going to prevent people coming to the UK and immigration. That's a stupid thing to say. And who would want to? But let's look at this. We can prevent people from having hip fractures, not all of them granted, but you can do a massive reduction of people having hip fractures simply by keeping fit, healthy, and doing basic exercises. We're talking 3 exercises here, guys, to keep your hips nice and healthy. And everyone knows that hips don't lie. So, last 2 things, psychological diseases. Again, these could be combated through exercise. Depression, 1/4 of women have suffered from depression in their life. 1 in 10 men have suffered from it, to the point where they need medical intervention and treatment. That's a scary statistic. That's not like people out there saying, I feel a bit depressed. This is people that actually have had to go and get medication to stop feeling depressed. 1 in 4, that's a quarter, 25% of women in the UK. Scary statistic. Dementia as well, by 2015, 850,000 people in the UK are going to have dementia. And this is something that kind of a lot of people think is kind of expected at end of life. Well, it's not. It can be combated. And by 2025, they're saying 1 million people are going to suffer from it. I mean, that's a huge statistic. And again, 2/3 of these are women. What's my point? All right, you may know some of these stats. I may be telling you these things thinking, Brett, this is really interesting, but it doesn't really affect me. I hate to say it, it does affect you. It affects everyone. It affects anyone in the UK that isn't immortal. And last time I checked, that's pretty much everyone. So, what's my point? My point is simply this. You may know this already. You may think you're doing enough already. That's absolutely fine. But if you're not, why not? If you know that exercise can help prevent these diseases and can ultimately lead to you being happier, healthier and live longer, why would you not be doing it? Okay, I'm not going to go into the reasons why, but here's what I'm going to talk about. Having someone there to make you accountable for the work you're doing is key. You have to be accountable for the work you're doing. It's the easiest thing to do. Oh, I'll leave the gym tonight, I'll go tomorrow. Yeah, I know I should go to that class, but too much my hips play up a bit, you know, I might fracture it. You're going to end up not going. Something's going to get in the way. Being accountable for what you do, and being accountable means 7 days a week, every week. You've got to be accountable. You've got to make sure you're doing it. Now, only you can answer if you know whether you're doing these things on a weekly basis or not. If you're not, I want to hear from you. Not so I can shout at you, but so I can help you. How am I going to help you? Here's how I'm going to help you. I'm offering 90-minute consultations, 45-minute lifestyle activity nutritional planning, 45 minutes exercise session, 90 minutes for free. Not a single cost. It's just going to take up some of your time. Not a single penny. No obligation at all. All you have to do is like and share this video. If you do that, send me a message and I'll see you at my studio. 90 minutes to sit down and think, what could you do in your current lifestyle to improve your health and fitness? Now, I'm not talking about come and do my class, come and do personal training, come and do this, come and do that. None of that. I'm talking about what is your lifestyle? What does it mean to you at the moment? What are you doing? And what can we change in that to improve it? Now, if that involves doing some activity, fine. But if you want to go to the gym, I don't own a gym, go to the gym. If you want to go to a class, a martial arts class, I don't want a martial arts class. If you want to go swim, go swimming. Whatever it is, I will sit down with you for 45 minutes and plan it. And I will make sure that you understand the importance of doing it, and I will help you to do it. And I will advise you on anything you want to know. Same with nutrition. I will sit down and help you plan it. I'm not talking about eating tofu, steamed celery and couscous every night. I'm talking about eating sensible food in sensible portions to get the results you want and to ultimately stay fit and healthy. What else am I offering as a bonus? Buy one, get one free on all personal training sessions for first-time users. Through the month of March, buy one, get one free. So if you are interested in buying personal training, you have to be a first customer. It's a one-time only offer. Buy one, get one free. Sessions normally cost £45 a session, so for that you get two. So it's £22.50 a session, which is pretty cheap. Why am I doing it? Well, I've got a studio here that needs using. I'm busy at the moment, but I'm not quite at capacity. And ultimately, I actually genuinely do want to help people. I'm worried about people in the community. And if I'm honest, I was kind of a bit peed off that £1.5 billion a year went on hip fractures. So if we can save that money and use that for like kids and stuff that's kind of, you know, potentially not preventable and kind of better spent in use of money, I'd rather be doing that. So there's my offer. 90-minute consultation, completely free of charge at my studio, and buy one, get one free on all personal training sessions for the month of March, maybe to be extended after that. This is being rolled out and it's my Mother's Day offer. I lost my mum to cancer a few years ago. I lost my dad to ischemic heart disease, and I lost my granddad, sadly, to bowel cancer, all within a 4-year period. So that's the other reason I'm putting this out there, is to hopefully minimise the risk. And part of me thinks in the back of my head, maybe if they'd have done more exercise, maybe that wouldn't happen. And I want to stop it from happening. So there's my offer, guys. Please think about it. The consultation's free, no obligation, and I will sit down and help you to plan your lifestyle. And you could also dedicate this to a friend or a relative that you might be worried about their health and fitness. Bear in mind, that's not all I do. I can help people in other ways as well, so please do get in contact and like and share this video. So I won't take up any more of your time. Please do share this video, please do like it, even if you don't want a consultation, share it anyway. And you never know who it might affect. And please, like I said, just give us a shout, and I'll be in touch soon. So stay fit, stay healthy, and if you want to, train with Brett. Thanks so much, guys. See you soon.